Hey all, excuse my look and excuse my voice. I am a little bedridden today. I'm exhausted. I haven't been getting much sleep the last couple nights, which is why my voice sounds like this. Reminds me of when I went through my dark night of the soul and I sounded horrible because I couldn't sleep. But I'm not going through dark night of the soul. However, I do have a message that I feel needs to be shared with all of you, voice and all. It has to be shared. After speaking to some of my clients, what I went through today, I went through a major test this morning. I woke up with anxiety because I just couldn't sleep. I just haven't been getting much sleep. Not for any particular reason. I think it's just the energies. Like, I'm not sad or anything. It's just the energies are just like keeping me up, etc. But I'm noticing that a lot of us are being tested. I think it is a collective thing. Kind of like I mentioned a few weeks ago, how fear tends to instill in us in January, but this is kind of different. And so, in case this is collective, I wanted to share this message because I don't want people to live in fear. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because, like the other day, I made that video about why would God make this journey so difficult? Why would such a journey that's supposed to be about enlightenment be so difficult? Why would God torture us, right? I think a lot of people are going through a lot of doubt. Why would God do this to me? This isn't godly. This must be demonic. This must be fear. I don't know. It's interesting how so many people are having these thoughts. I don't know if this is the divine feminines actually feeling this doubt, if this is collective fear instilled upon us, if this is the divine masculine's thoughts and we're feeling their thoughts, or if this is the split of the 3D and 5D earth. But either way, there's a lot of doubt right now. And a friend of mine sent me a message about what I do, questioning what I do. And I know he means it well with love. He's Christian, etc., and saying how Jesus is the only way. And I remember thinking that before. I remember thinking, like, what if we are delusional? What if this is demonic? What if this is wrong? But then I come back to my heart and what I teach people and how a lot of my teachings are of Jesus. A lot of my teachings, it's like he was saying, it shouldn't be about loving yourselves before others. And I'm like, that's not what I teach people. I teach people that we have to love ourselves, that we have to respect ourselves, and loving ourselves is healing ourselves, is healing those traumas, those wounds that we've had. And it's setting boundaries. That is loving ourselves. But we still love others unconditionally by forgiving others, especially even the ones that have hurt us, just as Jesus taught us. The one thing that always brings me back to my faith, because when that doubt creeps in, it's like, oh my God, what if I am delusional? What if this is all crazy? What if this is all made up? We all go through these thoughts, and it seems like collectively it's happening. And so I want to remind you, if you are having these thoughts, okay, I want you to meditate and I want you to pray. I want you to pray to God. But I want you to go within. Don't seek outside of yourself, but I want you to go within, question everything, and question this journey and what this journey did for you. Because this journey, if it weren't for this journey, I would not be where I am today. I would not have the connection that I have with God if it weren't for this journey. And I'm so grateful for this journey. I used to be in that spiritual new age stuff. I used to spiritually bypass stuff. I used to use the pendulum and all these tools, and I used to use things outside of myself. But as soon as I got awakened because of meeting my twin flame, or getting activated, reconnecting with my twin flame, as soon as I got awakened spiritually so much deeper, I became so much closer to God because of this journey. I started building a relationship with God because of this journey. I was asking God, not what should I do? What can I do? What am I supposed to? No, I would say, God, how can I serve you, God? What am I here to do to serve you, God? And how can I serve humanity? That is Christ consciousness. That is what Jesus Christ taught us. That is what God teaches us and tries to instill in our hearts. Okay? And that's what I try to remind you guys and instill in you guys, is that unconditional love for yourselves, for others, for God. Remember this journey, although people romanticize it and want to be with their twin flame, this journey is about bringing you closer to yourself. That's why I talk about healing your wounds, healing your traumas, healing your abandonment wounds, your rejection wounds, your inner child, your lack of self-worth. But it is all leading you back closer to God. Because I'll tell you one thing, every single time I'm going through it, like I did on Saturday, and I did in December when I was going through this sense of what is this rejection wound that keeps coming up? Where is this coming from? Every time I say, God, what am I supposed to learn here? What is this teaching me? Where does this come from? And I know right away. So this journey, granted, that's why I say we're not supposed to focus on our twin flame. We gotta stop romanticizing. Yes, we feel so much love for our twin flame, absolutely. But your twin flame awakens that connection that you need with God, bringing that connection that you need with yourself, that connection that you need to heal all the conditioning that you've had throughout your life. Everything, all the conditioning, all the bullshit, all the generational trauma, all the trauma that your parents have endured, that have enforced upon you because of the trauma they've had from their parents, because of their lack of love. They didn't know any better. And that's why I always tell my clients, forgive your parents, because they did not know any better. They only taught you how they were taught. They only gave you the love that they were given. This change starts with us, and all the generational trauma ends with us. We are here to break these cycles, to bring us closer to God. And in doing this, in breaking these generational traumas, we bring our family members and our loved ones closer to God, because they then see that we are changing, because we are coming from unconditional love. That's why we break these patterns. So this journey is not demonic. This journey, I know it can feel delusional, because we're like, what's happening? I sometimes feel delusional. Like, am I going crazy? But then I remember what it all brought me closer to, which was God. I've never, in all of my years growing up Catholic and then Christian and always hungry for God, I've never had such a close connection to God until this journey 2.5 years ago. I talk to God every single day, and I feel that love and that bliss and that peace. I don't feel anything evil or demonic. I feel bliss and peace and joy in my heart, and I feel so much love. Just yesterday, I was thanking God, and I was thanking my twin flame's higher self. Thank you so much for putting me on this journey and awakening me. Thank you for allowing me to see the truth. Thank you for allowing me to let my heart walls down. And it's like all the time, I'm always learning lessons to be more vulnerable, to love unconditionally, to open up my heart. Even though I'm such an open book, I still sometimes need to let my heart walls down even more and more and more. We're always learning. So don't ever think that this journey is leading you astray from God. It's bringing you closer to God, but you have to listen to your heart. And that's what I want to remind you all. It's about coming closer to your heart through God, to God through your heart. Do not doubt. Have faith and instill that love within you. Much love.